Hi, welcome. So, we're going to have a look at two topics that are kind of blended into one. So, there's respect for women in Islam. Is it there? Is it not there? We're going to find out. Also, we're going to look at whether adult breastfeeding, you did hear me right, anybody who's not familiar with these concepts within Islam, we're going to see, is it cultural, as is sometimes proposed, or is it in fact Islamic doctrine? Yeah, again, these videos that I've put together have formally been put together initially by Takia Watch. The link is in the description to his channel. And yeah, join me in finding some stuff out. God bless you. I'll see you in the live chat. I'll see you in the comment section. And I will see you on the other side of this. God bless.
When you think about stereotypes that Americans have of Muslim women today in this country, what are they?
Subjugated,
backward,
voiceless,
meek,
victimized,
always covered, like from head to toe.
we're not intelligent,
Oppressed,
oppressed, super oppressed,
forced into marriage.
Something that's been on my mind for a long time. Something that we have a big problem with all over the Muslim world. I thought it was like a Desi thing. It's not. It's all over the Muslim world. It's hitting women, dude. And justifying it from Quran. Because you know the ayah says, وَضْرِبُهُنَّ, and hit them.
And at that point, I had already expressed to my husband, like, because he would say, he would just pull all these Quranic verses every time he would beat me. And I would be like, I don't believe in all that. And he would just like shove the Quran in my face. And then I would be like, I don't believe in all that. It doesn't make a difference.
I'm making this video for possible survivors of domestic violence or future victims of domestic violence in an attempt to prevent it before it happens. As far as the wife beating, chapter 4, ayah 34. I mean, you can read the whole thing clearly, but the part that's important is here. As to those women on whose part you see ill conduct, admonish them first. Next, refuse to share their beds. And last, beat them. And in parentheses, lightly, and if it is useful. Lightly. Or how about not at all? This is a huge problem. I'm sorry, I'm calling out this book. This is... I can't. I don't even want to look at it.
A Moroccan broadcast channel apologized for airing a segment that taught women how to cover signs of domestic abuse. The demonstration showed a makeup artist using concealer to, quote, camouflage the traces of violence against women. According to Human Rights Watch, Moroccan authorities don't offer a lot of protection for victims of domestic abuse, and a petition called the network out for a message that normalizes violence against women. Domestic violence in Morocco is a big issue. A national survey from 2009 found that almost 2/3 of women ages 18 to 65 had experienced some form of violence.
I do agree with you in a sense where some Asians, especially from that area of Pakistan, they do have a certain culture, and not all of them, but in certain rural areas and villages where they do oppress women. They look at women as second-class citizens. You've got to be in the kitchen. They have honor killings and stuff like that, and that might contribute to why he acts the way that he acts, because he might have been grown up in that culture.
وقد تكون ما عادش ودير لي ما يوصلش للمستوى باش يضرب بحال قلت لي راه بنادم ماشي حيوان شوف والله تفدام تاع والله ومشيتي ديكلاريتي واش داروا معاك دابا بغا يدخلوها شوف مشات ديكلاريت باش ما بغاش يدخلوها شوف المهم السيده مديونه السيده مديونه كتشوفني ولا طالب راجل تعدى عليها وبغا حقها هي ما باغا والو ودات بنياتها قالت لك باش تدير بنياتها يلا ولات
I'm making this video for possible survivors of domestic violence or future victims of domestic violence in an attempt to prevent it before it happens. So as a woman, If you're considering converting to Islam, do not do it. Simple as that. Pick any other religion, I don't care, but not this one.
We have a big problem with all over the Muslim world. I thought it was like a Desi thing. It's not. It's all over the Muslim world. It's hitting women, dude. And justifying it from Quran. Because you know the ayah says, وَضْرِبُهُنَّ, and hit them.
خلونا نشوف كيف أمر الإسلام بضرب المرأة. الآن خلونا نتخيل إن أخونا الحبيب نايف، شو أخبارك؟ زين نتخيل إنه نايف، يعني هو رجال طبعا، لكن نتخيل إن هذه هي الزوجة. فشلون الزوج يضرب زوجته؟ طبعا في البداية لابد إنه ينصحها، عظوهن، بعدين يهجرها في المضاجع، ما في فايدة، آخر حاجة نبدأ في الضرب. ما هو الضرب في الإسلام؟ الضرب في الإسلام ضرب، خلي بالك، شوف شلون؟ يعني الرجل لابد إنه يحسس زوجته بإيش؟ بقوتها. أنت ليش ما تسمعين الكلام؟ كم مرة أنا أقول لك؟ كم مرة أنا أنبهك إنك أنت تسمعين الكلام؟ مو بقايل لك إنك أنت ما تطلعين من البيت إلا بإذن؟ شوف شلون؟ هذا تعنيف شوي. طبعا هي ترد عليه وأنا زهلي، قايل لك تطلعين.
A young woman was told by someone from a Sharia council to forgive her husband and try to reconcile with him, despite him having left her bruised and battered. This, she was told, was the Islamic way.
الست المفروض القلب الحنين، والراجل المفروض الراجل يعني يقدر يشيل بيت. عادي ممكن الراجل يضرب الست بتاعته.
والله احنا لو بصينا لها من ناحية الشرع ما قالش ان هو يضرب.
لا
هو قال في مراحل.
ايوه
الاول قال ايه؟
اهجروهن في المضاجع.
لا اول حاجه قال وعظوهن. يعني انا شفت من مراتي سلوك مش عاجبني او حاجه هي بتعملها مش عاجباني، انا هتكلم معاها واقول لها ده ما ينفعش، ده بيضايقني، ده ما تعمليهوش. جت خلاص ماشي. طب ما جاتش، قال لك واهجروهن في المضاجع. انك انت تسيبها عشان تعرف ان الفعل ده بيضايقك وبيزعلك، فبالتالي طب انا هسيبك وهنام في اوضه ثانيه. طيب هي ما جاتش، هنا بقى في الحاله ديت الشرع قال لك ايه؟ واضربوهن. هنا الضرب في غايته مش ضرب للالم، هو ضرب هنا عشان يحسسها بالاهانه،
لفت الانتباه يعني
اهانه.
I'm making this video for possible survivors of domestic violence or future victims of domestic violence in an attempt to prevent it before it happens.
اما الضرب هو لازم تقر حضرتك ان الضرب هو حق ليا بنص القران، لكن انا استخدامه ازاي حق استخدامه.
ما تجبرنيش ان انا اقر ان الضرب اصلا يعني
هتغيري في القران، هتغيري في القران،
مش هغير في القران
مش الضرب. انت شريكه فيه وانت الايد اللي ضربتي
استحاله المعيشه معاه
عشان ضربتي قلم،
عشان ضربتي قلم
تدي البيت وتدي الاسره.
حضرتك القلم ده بيسيب اثر نفسي جواك
طبعا.
وتتضربي ليه بالقلم ليه؟ وتتضربي ليه؟ ايه اللي يخليك تسمحي لزوجك ان هو يضربك؟
In Islam, you're seen as less than a man, your testimony is half of a man's, your inheritance is half of a man's, and your husband is allowed to beat you as a last resort. And that's never acceptable. No woman deserves that, and wife beating is justified in Islam. Anyone who tries to deny that is denying the literal Quran verses. Muhammad said that the majority of the dwellers of hell will be women, and he said that women are deficient in religion and intellect.
In Afghanistan, they do forced marriages of like girls who are 10 or 12 years old to a 70-year-old man, and that's because of poverty. They do forced marriages of like girls who are 10 or 12 years old to a 70-year-old man, and that's because of poverty. They do forced marriages of like girls who are 10 or 12 years old to a 70-year-old man, and that's because of poverty. You understand what I'm saying?
No, it even happens in India, like. So in India, there's like there are these like sheikhs like from Arab countries like Dubai and stuff, and they would come to like Bombay, and there was these Muslim girls who were like 14, 13, and they would just marry them because they know their families are poor, and like, you know, so they would just give like some dowry or something and just get married to these girls.
I feel sorry for those sisters, wallahi. You know, because I'm from North Africa, yeah. We're quite what they would class as moderate Muslims, and North African women are very strong. Women from Egypt, Morocco,
yeah, that's
Algeria,
a big difference. Yeah,
we're very strong, we're very outspoken. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's what I find with a lot of these men. They're not used to outspoken Muslim women, and they get quite intimidated by that. So automatically they get offended by a woman even speaking and being so outspoken. So they want to silence her, and they try to use these degrading words as whore and bitch so that nobody could listen to her. Because if you're painting a female to be a whore and a prostitute, that's a degrading term, and that kind of dehumanizes the female to the point where, why should I listen to a whore, somebody that openly sleeps around? And this is what they tactically do. You know, they try to dehumanize you and make you to seem like a lower individual so that people won't take you seriously. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind, teacher of all mankind, Abul Qasim.
There are some cultures that do treat women in a certain way, but this is not Islam.
In Islam, you're seen as less than a man. Your testimony is half of a man's. Your inheritance is half of a man's. And your husband is allowed to beat you as a last resort. And that's never acceptable. No woman deserves that. And wife beating is justified in Islam. Anyone who tries to deny that is denying the literal Quran verses.
Please do not get Islam.
No, this is Islam. Islam is where they get their. Okay, I will tell you this. It's kind of a twofold situation. It's a cultural, where the culture permits and instills a deep sense of misogyny within the men, and the sense of ownership of women within. In the male individual, and then the religion of Islam gives them if you like, the holy stamp. It gives them the godly authority to do that.
اما الضرب ولازم تقر حضرتك ان الضرب هو حق ليا بنص القرآن، لكن انا استخدامه اساءة حق استخدامه.
ما تجبرنيش ان انا اقر ان الضرب اصلا يعني
هتغيري في القرآن،
مش هغير في القرآن،
مش هضرب.
Because the religion of Islam systematically tells the man that he is above the woman. He is he's the keeper of the woman. He is the protector of the woman, and he is to some extent the owner of the woman.
Zubaydah, do you find it that a lot of Muslim men don't like the fact that you're so outspoken? Do you think that's an issue? That you come, because you know, I've seen some who don't even want to be on hangouts with women or Muslim women because they don't think they have the right to voice their opinion. Do you find that that occurs a lot, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I find that a lot. Yeah, man, a lot, bro. Every time I'm live, it's Muslim men that go in there, call me a hoe, call me a slag, call me fat, say that I shouldn't speak about Islam, like, just, you know what I'm saying? They don't try to. I don't mind advice. Yeah. I don't mind a brother saying to me, sis, I don't like the way you're talking, or I can deal with that. But they're not even trying to give me advice. You know what I'm saying to you? It's just pure slander. Yeah, I can hear.
You know, I've heard you on record a couple times say we don't want to reform Islam, but do you think in this aspect, when it comes to their women, they should reform how they treat women, like women's rights, etc., etc.?
And what's interesting and what not many people know is that Islam literally founded the principles of gender equality that we call feminism today.
Islam literally founded the principles of gender equality that we call feminism today.
They'll point at this one verse they'll be like, oh, but this one verse that says, you know, accept all people or whatever, and this means that this harmful practice is not actually Islamic, that it's not rooted in the religion at all. This is such a common trope.
We are equal in these senses. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, but Zabida, you know you're not, because you yourself know that you don't get the same heaven or the same privileges in heaven as men do. You yourself know that you are submissive even in the afterlife, let alone in this life.
Where is that? So hold on. Please bring
what do women get in heaven versus men? Versus the martyr?
What is heaven? What is heaven? Yeah, heaven is where
Jannah.
you get what you want. Yes, you get what you want. men's desires and women's desires are different. So a man might desire multiple women. A woman might not desire that, but if she does desire that, then you're in heaven. You can get what you want. So as women, yeah.
What does Paul get?
Hold on, Raj, please. Raj, yeah. So men.
What does Paul the gay Muslim get? Because
I don't know, fam.
He desires men, though.
Can you please wait, yeah?
No,
let
her speak. Let her speak.
Yeah, but Raj, you're trying to tell me something. I don't know, bro. What I'm saying to you is the desires are different. So some men or most men desire women, you know, and women might not desire men. They might desire jewelry. They might desire a nice house. They might desire a lot of kids. So when you're in heaven, you get what you want at the end of the day. But when it comes to martyrs, obviously there's some sort of exception where they get 70 virgins or whatever. You know, that's only for martyrs. But I want you to bring me verses or any hadiths or Quranic verses where it states that women do not get the same privileges.
He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind.
And what's interesting and what not many people know is that Islam literally founded the principles of gender equality that we call feminism today.
He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind. Teacher of all mankind.
You know, the concept of that use. The concept of that use goes to the heart of this, that your man is not taking care of the way the woman behaves. If the woman is too brash, too open, outspoken, too intermixing with other men too much, is because the man has not reined her in, has not controlled her and made her submit.
Yeah, but can I say something?
Submissive.
I don't want you to make out that Muslim men are the only men that oppress females, because if you look at studies, the most domestic violence, you get it in countries like Switzerland, 35%, places like Barbados, 30%, New Zealand, 30%, United States, 33%, right? India, 70%, which is a majority Hindu country. You understand what I'm saying to you? In Britain, the most domestic violence that happens towards women is when you have drunk hooligans who get drunk, and if their match or their team loses, they end up beating the shit out of their wives. So if you're going to target oppression against females, let's not make it out like Muslims are the worst.
Zubaydah, it literally prescribes how to beat your wife in the Quran. There is literal instructional videos on YouTube by Saudi men on the type of stick you should use and the different ways that you should beat your wife. Then don't beat them on the, there are instructional videos of makeup videos on YouTube on how to cover your facial bruises as a woman, as a Muslim woman.
That's ridiculous. I mean,
Do you want me to show you the videos? I will find those videos for you. Takia Watch did a whole series of videos showing there are makeup tutorials on how to cover your facial bruises on Muslim women. And you're telling me about domestic violence in the West. It is legislated. The reason domestic violence numbers don't show up in the Middle East is because it is legal to beat your wife in the Middle East. It's not
so let's talk about the beating now. Let's talk about the beating now. Yeah, in the Quran, yes, it does say technically you can beat your wife, but it doesn't mean you have to punch her up and bruise her up, because there is a way to do it. And you don't just beat her up straight away. You understand? First of all, hold on. Excuse me. If you have a disagreement with your wife, then you give her a warning. You say, "Look, I'm not happy with you right now. You're annoying me." Right? Then you refuse sex with her. Then, if she continues, you get a miswak. Now, if you know what a miswak is, it is a tiny stick, maybe the length of your hand. Yes, and you have to beat her lightly, and it's not even a beating, and this is more symbolic rather than beating the crap out your wife, because Islam doesn't tell us to beat up our wives or hurt our wives, or you're not allowed to leave any bruises on her, you're not allowed to break any bones, you're not allowed to leave any scars on her. And sometimes in relationships, things might get very heated. You know, the woman might be acting stubborn, the man might be acting stubborn. You understand what I'm saying to you? So God kind of tells us, understands the human nature.
What I'm trying to explain to you is that if you actually take the Quran and its totality, even the totality of the religion of Islam, whether you're either Shiite, Sunni, whatever, it systematically degrades the woman and puts the woman beneath the man, giving the man authority over the woman. And we all know this. This is blatantly obvious. And you can go ahead and try to mental gymnastic your way out of this. But the fact is that it systematically tells the man to be the authority over a woman, and the culture of those people as well at the same time is a deeply misogynistic culture. If you put these two things together, they have a culture that tells them they can do whatever they want with women. They have a religious text that gives them almost a universal or godly authority to do whatever they want with women. And so when you bring these two together, it is a very toxic combination.
Okay, can I say something?
We will be talking about the obvious. Islam hates and oppresses women. It does so in its fundamental scriptures, the Quran and the Hadith. It did so throughout its entire history, from Muhammad till the 21st century, and it is still doing so today.
I'm not saying reform Islam. Muslims need to reform.
Muslims need to practice Islam. That's what they need to do. That's what the solution is.
Hold on 1 second. I never knew it said that in the Quran. Is that true, Zabida, that it does say that?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find the verse right now for you guys. But I just wanted, as I'm talking, I'm going to find the verse. But I just wanted to say to you, there are certain things in the Quran which are permissible, but you don't have to do them. I.e., God says that you can marry your cousin, but you don't have to marry your cousin. And most Muslims don't marry their cousins. Allah also gives permission for you to marry
90% Pakistan has cousin marriages. Like in Pakistan.
Yeah, well, but in countries like Algeria and Morocco, and so they don't do that. But it's permissible, okay? It's also permissible for you to marry up to 4 wives. But most Muslim men don't marry 4 wives. So it's also permissible because there's certain things that are haram and halal. So it's not haram if you don't beat your wife, but it's not haram if you do. And when I mean beat, don't get it twisted, and I'm saying you can beat the crap out your wife, you understand? You beat her with a miswak.
When you think about stereotypes that Americans have of Muslim women today in this country, what are they?
Subjugated, backward, voiceless, meek, victimized, always covered, like from head to toe. We're not intelligent, forced into marriage, oppressed, super oppressed.
So why allow hitting women at all? If men are prone to violence, shouldn't the Quran be tempering their attitudes by saying you should not hit women instead of allowing it in some cases? We should expect more from Allah. If this was from the creator of the universe, he shouldn't be allowing men to hit women. Violence is not acceptable or justified.
I'm making this video for possible survivors of domestic violence or future victims of domestic violence in an attempt to prevent it before it happens. So as a woman, if you're considering converting to Islam, do not do it. Simple as that. Pick any other religion, I don't care, but not this one.
Mommy, I want some milk.
Oh, sure, Angel. Come here. I'll give you a little something. Slow down, honey. Your son is so cute. How old is he?
Oh, he's 48 months. That's 4. Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No. Yeah. I just wanna tell you right now that I really do believe that something's got a hold on me here. Oh, it must be love. Oh, something's got a hold on me right now, child. Oh, it must be love. Let me tell you now, I've got a feeling, I feel so strange. Everything about me seems to have changed. Step by step, I got a brand new walk. I even sound sweeter when I talk. I said, oh, 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 hey.
1 hour later.
Let's get ready to
curious
very
regarding
curious, yeah.
regarding this sucking the breast of adult for 10 times. Can you just tell me how many times when people come to your house, they suck the breast of your wife?
نعم ما ورد في فتح المنعم في شرح صحيح في شرح صحيح مسلم لموسى شاهين لاشين الجزء الخامس صفحة 622 أنه قال إنه يدخل عليها الغلام الأيسع، وكانت عائشة رضي الله عنها ترى أن أرضاع الكبير يحرم، وأرضعت غلاما فعلا وكان يدخل عليها. هل كانت عائشة ترضع شباب قريش؟ هل يجوز ذلك أن تعطيهم الحليب من صدرها؟
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon everyone. Yesterday I left a
He
comment.
wants to come to your house to experience.
Aisha would not disclose any matter which degrade the wife and the Prophet, peace upon him. And this is not the way of Islamic teaching, because Islam is very protective to our women.
So
I didn't finish. Let me finish.
Finish quickly.
I know that you're always. Let me respond.
Okay, just get on.
Islam, if you know, sometimes when a male came to visit, we set the male in one room and the female in another room. So it's not a way that we invite strange people to come and suck the breast of our women, because we can suck them as well, our women. It's not a way that we invite strange people to come and suck the breast of our women, because we can suck them as well, our women. It's our right to enjoy love. Up to you.
بلوك على الفيسبوك، بلوك على الواتساب، بلوك تليفونات، بلوك انستجرام، بلوك عفر بلوك.
I hope you all got that one. Yes, they do invite strangers to come and suck the breast of their wives. So here's a couple of comments. Yes, come. Oh, our cameraman wants to come to your house to suck the breast of females. That has no place in Christian scripture, brother. Don't make me to fire you. So
you just said exactly what I said is forbidden. If you come, if you come to my house and you look in a different way to my wife, I will remove your eyes. And you will lose your life.
It is good that you
do you want me to execute you?
This is not funny. It is not funny. Yes, you want to remove people's eyes if they come and then suck the breast of your wife. But who is gonna stand for Aisha? Who is gonna stand for the woman when Muhammad said, let this boy who has got the beards to suck the breast of her? Who is gonna stand up for them? Muhammad didn't poke anyone's eyes. Muhammad didn't threaten anyone. Muhammad said, go and suck the breast of woman. So you said,
our tradition.
I listened to you.
Our sunnah. It doesn't include breastfeed other people.
Of course, it is all lie.
All lie.
Sahih Muslim was lying. And Aisha, when she was testifying, she was lying. Remember, this is the Aisha who contributes to Sahih Bukhari with over 1,000 hadith. This is the Aisha, is the mother of believers. Yet, according to Muslims, she lies.
There is a hadith where the Prophet told a woman to suckle a man, and she said he is a grown man. And the Prophet replied, I know he is.
Ooh, suck it to me like you want to. Ooh, I can take it like a pro, you know. Do a long throw with the backstroke. My hormones jumping like a disco. I be popping ish like some Crisco. And all you gotta say is miss it go. And when you say go, I won't move slow. Sock it to me. Ooh, sock it to me like you tell me to. Ooh, I can take it like a pro, you know. Do a long throw with the backstroke. My hormones jumping like a disco. I be popping mess like some Crisco. All you gotta say is miss it go. But when you say it go, I won't move slow. No.
Is this a thing now?
هل يحرم أم لا؟ فقد اتفقوا أن الأمر.
To make it short, because most of you do not know who is talking, this is one of the biggest imams of the Muslim Sunni. His name is Sheikh Al-Albani, and he is explaining why we know we should practice that, and he's showing you the hadith as you see in the screen. You can go and you can read the hadith, and you will see the story about the Prophet of Islam ordering women to give breastfeeding, to an adult and a man. He is a stranger. A woman, she came to the Prophet, her name, Hudayfa, Sahla bint Suhail, and, this is the name of the person, the woman. And she said to him, there is a guy, I see like a dirty look in his face, which means he is looking to me in a sexual way, So, he said to her, the Prophet of Islam, well, give him your breast. Okay? Oops. And let him suck it. Oops. And then, suck it. So she said, how I can, let suckle him as he is a grown-up man. He is a growing-up man. This is the Prophet of Islam. Give your breast to a stranger. The Messenger of Allah, he smiled. Ha, 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 ha. Let me do it in a different way. What this ha, ha? This is better, right? Okay. Well, that's it. That's it. It's time for breastfeeding for you. Hello.
About adult breastfeeding. There are all kinds of fetishes, and they're absolutely normal. You're going to have your own preferences, and the problem is that most people don't even know what their fetishes are or don't talk about them. So when you have a certain fetish, like a mother-son role play, and you think you're weird, it's because people are so ashamed of revealing their fantasies that you think you're the only one, but you are not.
Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah.
Why your prophet kissed a black stone?
Okay, Jesus do more actually. Worse actually. He play with his mother boobs. Tell me why he's doing that.
He play with his mother what? Boobs? You must be okay. You see guys, you see how savage they are? Look what she said.
Oh no!
Look what she said. Look what she said.
Like you.
Okay, show me a verse. Show me a verse.
Really?
Show me a verse saying that Jesus he played with his mother. Show me a verse. Show me a verse saying that Jesus he played. Listen. You are obviously a trashy person. You just insulted Jesus for no reason. You said Jesus he played with his mother boobs, right? Okay. Listen. You are a liar. Number one. Number two. It's your prophet who ordered women to give their boobs to strangers. Is that true or not?
No, it's not.
Can I suckle you? Okay, let us read the hadith then. Can I suckle you? 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 Listen. According to Islam, your boobs is lawful for me. Can I suckle you? Listen. As long as you are talking about boobs and you are a savage, low-class person, why you're a prophet? Let us say together. Let us say together. Sahla bint Suhail came to the Messenger of Allah and said, I see a displeasure in the face of Abu Hudayfa when Salim enters upon me. The messenger, he said, breastfeed him. She said, how I can breastfeed him and he is a growing man? The Prophet, he said, I know he's a growing man. So listen, Tahani, can you do breastfeeding for any friend of yours? When the last time you did the breastfeeding for an adult in your life? Be honest. When the last time you did?
No, you want to bring me this Egyptian stupidity?
What Egyptian?
No,
this is
I don't
hadith.
want to listen to
this. Is hadith. This is hadith. This is hadith. What guys, did she say stupidity? Did she say that? Did she say that?
Yes, where's this hadith? Tell me who said this.
Your Prophet.
Where? Tell me this hadith.
In the front of us, here we go. It's in the screen, and it's a Sahih hadith. Guys, does it say Sahih? Sunan an-Nisa'i, hadith number 3320. It says Sahih. Everybody can see it. You just said, and you just admitted that this is a stupid hadith. Thank you very much. So you just admitted that you're
because it's a week.
What week? It says Sahih. Everybody can see. Everybody in the screen. I have it in the screen. Anything will make Islam look stupid. Right away they say it's not authentic.
Okay, so when you read the hadith and you do not like it, you say, that is the 1% which I'm talking about. And you read another hadith which you do not digest, you say the same.
It is not a true hadith that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam forget of any Quran.
What do you mean? Sahih al-Bukhari, a friend, Sahih al-Bukhari.
So are you having doubt concerning the hadith itself, or concerning the narration or the chain of the narrators?
This is the hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari.
Is not the true hadith.
Our friend, it's Sahih al-Bukhari. How you can say that?
So in it was in Bukhari. We don't believe in this hadith.
Oh, under what authority you don't believe in hadith? If the hadith says Sahih, even it's accepted by all the scholars of Islam, and here we go, you are a sheikh. Can you show me one scholar reject this hadith?
That Sahih al-Bukhari, all the Ummah agree that it is the most authentic book after the Quran.
Some Muslims have a doubt about hadith. May Allah guide them.
Even though you are reading from their books, from what is approved by them for centuries, from what is written by their hands, collected by their hands, printed by their printing and by their ink, and they themselves, they are the one who paid the money to print those books and to preserve them for centuries. So why today those books are not good no more?
There are hadiths mentioned in Bukhari and Muslim which contradict with Quran. So how can we expect that this hadith is Sahih hadith?
But the Quran is not the only source of guidance for Muslims. We also need the Sunnah and the living example of the Prophet Muhammad in order to fully comprehend and understand the religion of Islam.
You are a liar. You are a liar. It's in front of me. It says Sahih.
Really?
Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
Bible.
Tahani, shut up. Big mouth like Aisha. It's in front of me. It says a grade Sahih. Sunan an-Nisa'i, hadith number 3320. In book reference, book number 26, hadith 125. Volume in English, volume 4, book number 26, hadith number 3322. And you said, and everybody heard you saying, that this is a stupid hadith. So you just admitted that your prophet is a stupid. I agree with you. What do you want to say? Go ahead.
I said this hadith is weak.
No, you said it's stupid. You said it's stupid.
You know that.
You said it's stupid. Everybody.
Muslims do this for.
Okay, I will challenge you.
Time. If this hadith is right, you will find Muslims do this.
I'm sure you do it. I'm sure you do it. Prove it to me. You don't do it.
Prove what?
That you don't do breastfeeding for adult. Do you have a proof?
Oh my God.
Baby, up.
He thought I was going to tell him I was pregnant.
Okay. Right. Almost corporate climber over here, pregnant.
You guys, I want to have a baby at some point.
Maybe you can schedule one between a conference call and a client meeting.
Okay, Daryl is the one that I'm really worried about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, are you kidding me? You're lucky he wants one at all. I had to promise Greg I'd give him these. Okay, now. Okay, easy, fella. one's real grabby. Oh, he must have been breastfed. Is the baby hungry? Oh, he should be nursed.
Hey, like nursing.
Are you sure you should do that?
Oh, you don't have to be the birth mother to breastfeed.
Nope. Nursing.
Oh, you want a nursey? Okay. All right. Oh, drink up, precious.
Ooh, this one's real wriggly, huh? Come on.
Come on now.
Suck it.
So now, go back to the basics. When man comes to your house, let's say Mohammed Hijab come to your house, okay? And you are not at home. How many times, for how many minutes each time needs to be for Mohammed Hijab to be able to sit down with your wife? How many times and how many minutes Mohammed Hijab needs to suck the breast of your wife?
Okay. Let me respond. Then I come to Muhammad Hijab when I invite him to my house. Ali. When I invite him to my house and I'm not at home. When Bukhari came 185 years after the death of the Prophet and maybe Aisha. So it's obvious that this hadith is
all of them
very pleasing for you
all
to always come up with. But
I am not pleased of it. I know it is very ugly. All I am saying is, how does the practical side is working? How many times Mohammed Hijab, when he comes to your house, for how many seconds he needs to suck the breast of your wife?
Hat on atun. I didn't interrupt you, and I said as you know, there's over 7,000 hadiths, and most of them are
in Sahih Bukhari,
authentic, false, fabricated.
According to you, not according to Sahih Bukhari.
No, according
not
to you,
according to early Muslim scholars, but according to 21st century Muslims.
According to you, is hadith authentic because you hate the Prophet, you hate Islam, you hate Quran, you hate Allah.
According to 21st century Muslims.
According to you, is hadith authentic because you hate the Prophet, you hate Islam, you hate Quran, you hate Allah. Regarding Muhammad Hijab, no one is welcome to my place if I am not there.
You're a liar! You're finished already! You can't even speak Arabic! You can't even read your own mother tongue, boy! You're nothing, boy! You're finished already! Look at me! Look at me!
Don't make assumption that somebody will come to my house and suck on the breast of anyone because nobody is welcome if I'm not there.
Can you simply tell me just one sentence, okay? What is it wrong for man who has a beard to suck the breast of woman? What is wrong? Why do you think it's ugly and degrading? Like, what is wrong with it?
You want in one sentence without interrupting?
Yeah, you can put 2 commas in that sentence.
With beard or without beard?
With beard.
He's not allowed to breastfeed on other people's women without authorization from Almighty God. And we, as Muslims, we are very protective of our women. And go and see your women who are going almost half naked. We are very close here, Winter Wonderland. And the Christian women are going even showing off most of their legs, most of their breasts, and they are going without any, almost half a nude.
And the funny, Muslims says that our women are so decent. We cover them, and the Prophet of Islam is ordering the women to give their breast for a stranger. So why you are covering your wife or covering your women when you can give any man the opportunity to suck your women's breast?
Islam actually goes a step further. It's actually outside marriage. If you go to Sahih Bukhari, it says here, Sahih Bukhari, Ibn Abbas said that he gives the verdict that he asked about the muta marriage with women, and he permitted it. But muta is actually outside of marriage. You already have a wife. And here's also Muhammad allowing it. Sahih Bukhari, volume 7, 6252, it says here, Allah's messenger said, if a man and woman agrees on a temporary marriage, that's muta. The marriage should be last for 3 days.
you that was more than one sentence, yet I have no answer to my basic question. But let me put it together. Allah, who is all wise and all merciful, uses Muhammad, and Muhammad tells people, if someone comes to your house, he needs to breast suck the woman. It was 10 times. Allah showed mercy and brought that to 5 times. And thanks to sheep, came and then eat the verse, which is not in the Quran today. So you have the stamp from Allah. You have the stamp from Allah who gives you the permission. I am grateful today that you don't want your wife to go through that. But I am disappointed, wife of your prophet, whom is the walking Quran, and wives are identified as the mother of believers, had to go through that. And I feel very sorry for Aisha. She had to go through that. But I am grateful. Allah used this sheep, which was very clever. That sheep came and then eat the right verse from the Quran, and it never ended up in the Quran. That was my response. I'm done.
The Quran states, even after the Prophet death, his wife not allowed to marry somebody else. So how would
Isn't that already disturbing? Isn't that already disturbing?
It is
Muhammad can have sex with as much as he wants.
You say, I give you,
and he dies.
Something
his wives are not even able to marry with someone else.
And do you have any other issue you want to?
I have lots of issues. I have lots of issues, but you are not helping me with the basic answer. So if you don't want your wife to go through Muhammad hijab to suck the breast of your wife, let me give you another example, and then this time, just give me one sentence answer because I'm done, okay? So, if Muhammad hijab...
ask me to give you one sentence.
If Muhammad hijab goes to the house of Ali Dawa,
Darling Hatun,
and Ali Dawa is not at home, how many times Muhammad hijab needs to suck the breast of Ali Dawa's wife?
No.
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 No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No.
No. No. No. No. No.
No. No. No. No. No. No.
How many second or minute each suck needs to be?
And now you're doing backstabbing because the guy is not here to defend himself.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You are a very wicked woman.
So just
you are very evil, wicked woman.
They're not here to defend
Why don't you talk
themselves?
about yourself?
I am asking
and talk
basic
about
principle of Islam.
Talk about me because
but
you're talking
Dawa
about
guys are not here to defend themselves.
It's backstabbing, backbiting.
I am asking
you have big mouth to backbite.
How many
you have
seconds?
big mouth to backbite.
How many
and last
seconds?
time I told you, your tongue should be circumcised. That means cut because you speak about other people in a bad way, and you should have respect for yourself because they are not here to defend themselves.
I don't know why it is backstepping. I don't know why.
You know, I love it.
Soon after you give quotation from the Islamic sources, that is expression of hate.
You know,
I don't know why.
I have
all I am doing is I'm reading.
And I
there are people who are following it.
Wait.
There are people who are following it. That's more dangerous, Yahya. I'll see you.
We are just asking very easy question. For God's sake, how Muslims can believe in such a garbage like this? What kind of a prophet, listen carefully, what kind of prophet he will teach such a thing? The women, even the women, she is ashamed. She said, how? And this is showing you that this is no one at that time, nobody, none of those Arab ever did that before, which showing that the Arab, they are not really bad people as Islam make them look like. Because if it is usual to be done, the women, she will say, okay, fine, you know. But as you see, she said, how? How I can? He's a grown man. This is a shame. But the evil man, he said, so what? And he is smiling as if it's nothing. As if it is nothing. Imagine yourself, you are the prophet of God, telling a woman, you know what? Give your breast to a stranger.
Do you understand this, my sister?
Muta.
No. Asake. Yeah.
My milkshake
milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge.
You want it, the thing that makes me what the guys go crazy for. They lose their minds the way I whine. I think it's time. La 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 la. Warm it up. La 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 la. The boys are waiting. La 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 la. Warm it up. La 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 la. The boys are waiting.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to
See
charge.
you're on it. You want me to teach thee techniques that freaks these boys. It can't be bought. Just know these get caught. Watch if you're smart. La 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 la